And in our attempt to wrap up the turtle coverage for this year, we're finally getting to the Sewer Star All-Sparks turtles. They've been out for a while. We just had so many other videos we had to cover. We didn't get to these guys. I think they came out initially in 2021, and these are reissues of those, and these are going to have the 40th now, either 2021 or 2022, because I remember seeing these before a little while ago. So these are reissued now with a little 40th sticker. The card print on them says 2023 now, but they've been just starting to pop up at Target and Walmart lately with this 40th anniversary sticker on them. I've seen them on the shelves. It's easy to grab them. I've seen them on the website, so they are in abundance now, so you should be able to track these guys down. I know for a while they were tricky. I think Mikey was the hardest one to find, but they are available now. So if we look at what's new and what's old here, I mean, Playmates pretty much covered all the original accessories with these figures, and they look pretty close. You can see like the pad is a little different. It would focus on just one sport instead of all the sports here, and it wouldn't have all the turtles. It would just have one of the turtles. Some of them had different paint applications. As you can see, Leo here is missing the little L that is on the turtle. Some of them didn't even have this sports background. They were just regular release figures, like Mikey here with the skating function. And again, other of them have all their same accessories. All of them have the same accessories, and it's just a slightly different card back. But for Playmates part, these were 1 for 1. And we're excited when they could do 1 for 1 on the release and they have all the original accessories. And we're going to open these up and check them out to see how if they function just like they used to. But I'm having high hopes on all these. This is an excellent release. It has all the same accessories, all the same functionality, hopefully, and a very similar card back, although they sort of drew inspiration by taking pieces of each of the card backs and threw them together in this new version. So let's just check out these figures. All right, we're going to start with Shell Kick and Raph here, just because he was the first one I was able to find in this line. And Raph comes with the goal and a couple of the soccer balls. So he has a standard kind of looking soccer ball with sort of turtle-ish shell etchings on it. And then he has this other one here. Can't remember what this is supposed to be. It looks like some kind of creature. I see the feet here. Oh, it's a foot. It's a foot soldier. You can see his head, and you can see his feet at the bottom and his hands, and then that foot symbol. So it's sort of like a curled up foot soldier. So it's a fun little ball that they included with him here. And I think these are exact same accessories that he used to have. So we'll pull him out here, and he should just have this function. Yep, you bring the leg back, put his arm down now. Same design to him. Still has Raphael in the back there with that button. Still has the pegs and the arced shoes there. I mean, not much articulation other than arms go up, arms go down. But that is basically his design. And then he has the ball, and you just kind of take him up to the goal, and there you go. So it functions exactly like it did. You should be able to get him to balance with this rear leg on that front leg. It's just they always had these weird angles on these things. So you're going to have to find that center of gravity. By maybe putting his hands at his side or something to that extent, but you should be able to get him to balance somehow. So eventually you do it. I'm not that great at it, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but that is your Shell Kickin' Raph, and it functions exactly like we recall with the soccer ball and the goal combination. So a great one, easily mimicked there. Next up, let's do Slam Dunkin' Don. I always liked Slam Dunkin' Don. He was a fun figure here. He came with this little trash can hoop, and you were supposed to put this onto the back of something here. Maybe you could use the card back. We'll try that. And then a basketball that kind of looked like a shell again. What was a little different about Don here was he had a little peg in his arm to help hold the basketball. So we'll check that out in just a second. Oh, he is secured by some of those invisible straps. I missed that. Every video we missed something, and this was hopefully the only thing we missed in this one. So here we go. Let's try to get him standing upright. This one stands upright a lot easier, but you can see your turtle here, number 23. It doesn't say Donatello or anything. I love how he has the goggles on there. It just seems like he would. So this one, you position the hands back, and I love how he has this hand to sort of like help guide the ball. So it's good form, essentially. So you have the hole here, and you just put it into the peg, and then you would take the hands back and then essentially just release it when you got to where you wanted it to go. And I'm not going to make that basket, but he would be able to shoot it pretty high and you would just have to have this up on something, like you could do it on a card back and just kind of slide it in there. But I mean, it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. But yeah, I mean, it's still the same detail, that top of a trash can that's sort of sawed off there. I think they nailed that again, and they nailed the look of Don here. So I mean, it's the same classic figure. What can I say? You don't mess with perfection. They did a really nice job on it, and it still has that same functionality to it with that spring-loaded arm. So that is Slam Dunkin' Don. Let's take a look at TD Tossing Leo. Now, he, again, is very similar to the original release in terms of his accessories. Except they don't have the painted towel that has the L on it. That is the only difference here, I think, with this figure. I mean, you could always paint an L on it if you want. We noticed that they missing some paint applications. They didn't really have an answer for that when I asked them. We were asking about Rat King, because I'm sure some of you noticed the eyes are not red like they are, which is weird because in all their promotional shots of the figure, they are. But they decided to go with just unpainted eyes for the final release. And I'm seeing that as sort of a universal thing and not limited to just a few figures. So they're looking into that to see what happened. It might have been a disconnect between the factory and the production images or something. So, okay, so we have our TD Tossin Leo, and he looks just like the original Leo. I love that great little padding he's got on him and the torn jersey. And let's see if this guy, can we get this guy to stand right? Because that is always the thing about these figures, is we just have issues with getting them to balance. Yeah, the legs are a little wonky when you first get them out of package, so you just kind of have to break them in. But we're able to, there we go, we were able to get him up. So he has his helmet, and the helmet has a little guide in the back to get it to fit on the head better. So there we go, and it fits on really nice. I like how that looks with the T on the side for turtles. And again, he's got that same spring-loaded arm mechanism that Donatello has. He also comes with a slice of pizza. I think he's the only figure here to come with pizza, just so you could take a little break and grab a little slice of that green pizza. And he has 2 footballs. He has a more traditional one. I think it says stink gas on the bomb, sort of going back to the car. And this one says long bomb, and this one's got more of a like a rocket dimension to it. So again, it has the hole, so it's the same system as Donatello. You'd pull it back and you'd let it go, and oh, that's spiking. I guess you'd have to pull it back a little bit further to get it to go the distance here. So we'll try a quick distance one to see how this works, and we'll pull it all the way back. Oh, this one didn't let go. Maybe I put it in too much. And then you go all the way back, and then there we go. That got a little distance on it. I mean, it wasn't going to throw a perfect spiral. I don't think any of us imagined that happening back then either. But, I mean, you threw it a little bit, so it was a fun function. The way his turtle shell is bursting through the front ear, it looks like he has abs. I mean, they cut him individually here. So, interesting looking figure in the end. But, yeah, he's a fun one to have there. And I think on his face, they even took some of the teeth out to make it look like he's been in a little rough tumble here in the sports. So that was a fun design. I wonder if they did that with the hockey one too. We'll have to check that out when that's released next year. But that is our Leonardo, or TD Tossin Leo. And then we have Skateboarding Mikey here. And this is more than just skateboarding, because he also comes with the rollerblades. But this one, for me, was the hardest one to track down. I always feel like Michelangelo was the most popular of the figures. And that seems to be echoing today, because I had trouble tracking him down more than any of the other figures. So just kind of odd. Now, he doesn't have any spring function to him or anything like that. He just straight rides the skateboards. He's got the same look as he did before, with the torn shirt and everything here. And he should have peg holes in the bottom to help him ride the skateboards and the skates. So again, you're going to have to play around with the legs and wear them in a little bit to get him to move so you can balance him. I feel like he's going to be a little bit easier because he's designed to be balanced. So take a little wider stance. So we'll try these skates on first. I think they go this way. Yep, they slip on nice and easy. It's going to be really hard to balance him on these skates. No, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe it's not. Yeah, it's not. Look at that. So he's on his skates. He's doing his rollerblading here, essentially. And then you should be able to get him on the skateboard. The same fashion. there we go. And obviously he's going to be easier to balance on the skateboard than he is on the skates. The wheels still work, so you get those spinning wheels. And that's basically it. He's got a shell design board. And yeah, I mean, my favorite out of them, just because he's Michelangelo. We all love Michelangelo. But that was essentially him. There's another Mikey coming out, the surfing Mikey, and then there's the hockey Leo. Those are coming out next year. But for now, this is your line of Sewer Sports All-Star Turtles here. And they all have their fun little functionality. And they make up their little different sports teams. I mean, that was the other thing. Each of them was a different sport, so you couldn't really do a whole team. Like, it might have been fun if they did a whole line of like soccer ones and then a whole line of football ones, and then you could just sort of put them against the foot or something like that. But this is your whole wave of the Sewer Sports All-Stars. And again, here are the Sewer Sports All-Stars. The first wave, I want to call it, because we do have a second wave coming out of that Mikey and the Surfing Mikey and that Leo hockey. So that 2-pack is coming out sometime in the next couple months. Unclear on the date on that. But these guys are available right now on the shelves and online. We'll have some links up for you if you want to track them down. I think they were just $9.99, not too bad. Playmates has kept the price down on these figures and kept it consistent. Got them all to stand, so there you go. So they can be done. You just take a little bit of time to wear those legs initially and then get them positioned just right. But fun collection. Like the turtles, after we got the basic line, they had to get creative. So we got sports turtles, we got Star Trek turtles, we got I want to say there were caveman turtles at one point. There were mutating turtles. There were all sorts of versions of these turtles, sewer samurais, and all sorts of crazy different versions of the turtles. So this is going back to that sort of like bizarre, extra beyond the cartoon series look for the turtles. So it's fun. They bring a little bit of that back into the collection as well, and I'm sure Playmates will be bringing more of those classic weird turtles to the collection of the classics line. Appreciate the card back. It's not a one-for-one, but it's close. I mean, they captured a lot of the artwork from the original card backs and sort of put it on this little mashup of card backs. Now the backs didn't always look like this too. They did have the cards here and the accessories, but they had like the playing field for whatever soccer, football character was being utilized, and it was them versus the foot or something like that. But other than that, very similar. Same accessories, same functionality. Very similar look to the originals. Maybe the paint applications are a little different, but otherwise spot on. And that's what I know a lot of us collectors want to see, is a true form one-to-one reproduction of the original, so we can get those again or get them for the first time if we missed out on it. So again, these are available now. We'll have links up in this video. We'll be doing more Turtles videos, of course, in the new year, but I think this covers us for this year. So like, subscribe, and follow for more Turtles news, for other reviews. We're doing our Marvel vintage superheroes look as well, so check that out. And we'll see you guys next time.